Alright, so hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing episode 5, that's what it is today. And yeah, it's going to be another one of these kind of review sessions and stuff. We have the new branch. Last episode 4, was the storage branch. We now have completed the next branch, which is the public services branch. It's obviously it's probably not going to be completed because I might think of a new idea to add. But for the most part, it is to the point that we're finished with it for now, and I think we can see if they put a kind of, a kind of a stop on making it. But you can see we're now digging out a new area. Me and Sean have been digging out this area, and this is going to be a 29 by 29 by 100 area. It's gonna be a big area. It's like nearly 100,000 blocks when you dig out. We do have the beacon here, which is pretty cool. We do have some gravel, I guess, here as well. But this is all down to this other pathway. You guys know that we've been making all these branches, but there's actually 3 different pathways. And that is because we are on the blue pathway right now. This is towards, right here, the shop. This is the shop area right here. This will obviously, we do have a shopping district, which will be like a totally different area out in the open. But I will have some shops that I'll have in the district also be down here. So if you want, you can come here, buy some stuff, but you can also go to the shopping district and buy some stuff there as well. So that's just what I want to have, and yeah, the blue area will contain them. It'll have natural light in that one, unlike all of this other area. This entire area does not have natural light whatsoever, including all this red pathway, of which, by the way, I had these little pixel arts. I don't really like them that much. I'm probably going to destroy them. That leads to the farm, that leads to the storage, and that leads to the public services. By the way, we'll have them to start in this one, but I don't want to get started in the farm area until I get started in the shopping area and my base. So this will be a while for this one. But storage, as you can clearly see, it is exactly the same as before, except now we have 225 wood. That's been updated, and I didn't know that. I think last time I seen it was on 175. Also, we get some foxes down here as well, which is pretty cool. They normally just spawn randomly. There might be one down here, maybe not. Okay, no, there's not. But yeah, we get some foxes down here because we're underneath the 𝗙𝗂𝗁𝗁 biome, so that's pretty cool. They just kind of roam around. They run away as well, so it's pretty cool. So 225 right there. You can see a couple of the shuttle boxes are gone right there because we have been using that for the quartz, and it's literally exactly the same area. That will be the shuttle box stuff as well, but I haven't got any extra shuttle boxes still, so that is still in the process of being made. I've actually changed. I think I've actually changed this around since the last time. This is now it's been moved back by 1 block, the scaffolding, because then we can put item frames on these for like the individual items and stuff. So we're going here, it'll be only lapis lazuli, we don't have any, but gold, as you can see, iron. This is probably just going to be a temporal thing until we actually get more items to like sort out and stuff. But yeah, this area is done, but still under works in the same time though. I had this cool little effect here. I'm probably going to get rid of this stuff, or at least make it smaller, like maybe a 5x5 thing. That would look pretty cool. Don't know how I would do it for these though. I would have to have a look at some more pixel art ideas. But anyway, we're in the public services area. So here we are. We have just some things set up here because we're collecting obviously a lot of concrete to do all this stuff. But you can see this is pretty cool. You have all these different windows. So the left hand side right here, we have the enchantment room. We have some lapis lazuli in there and some books in case you want to get some enchantments on some books. And you can see an enchantment table. So let's just test this out then. Do I have a full inventory? Of course I do. I have a full inventory. I'll just put a barrel down and put some stuff in here. I'll sort this out actually. Actually, you know what? I'll put it in the storage system. I haven't used the storage system in a while, so I'll just do that instead. So we're going to go over here, and in here we're going to put all this in. Should start storing it all through. Iron doesn't go in, but yeah. I guess we can put this in the furnace and the iron. I believe we'll have some some coal in. Yep, I do. Yeah, we'll smelt some iron down. There you go. Alright, so. Anyway. I'll breathe this barrel. In case I need it later. Okay, so we're going to get a bit of lapis lazuli. And a book. We're just going to get an enchant on a book, I guess. Okie doke. So a book in there. And you can see we only get level 2, 5 and 6. And that's because there's no bookshelves around it. But if we flick this, if we flick the arrow around, we'll start getting some bookshelves pop up. If we try it now, we shall get a larger enchant. Oh, look, we've got 10 now. Do a couple more. We should probably get like 15 or something. Oh, we're on 18 now. And then this is the maximum one. So when it's facing up, that's full. So we should get 30. Yeah, so guaranteed 30 now. Which is pretty good. So if you want certain enchants at certain levels, you can use this system. And when we do that, it takes them all back down. So that's a pretty cool thing right there. Anyway, we're going to put this all back now. Only really need the book actually. But yeah, that's that one right there. We've marked it with red and brown. Because that's kind of what we think of when we look at enchantment table and bookshelves. Red and brown. Then we have this room over here, which is the kind of cartography room and the map room. So if you want to do anything with the cartography table, it's right here. And we have a massive map. We've actually named this one G. Just because I wanted to see what it would look like. And if it would actually pop up with like, an actual name. But I don't think it does. But we have all these maps right here. It should show like where our current location is, but it doesn't seem to do that for some reason. Very weird. I'll have to probably look into that and why it doesn't do that. But yeah, it should show our location, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to be doing that right now. But yeah, that's that room right there. Then we have this room. I actually done a tutorial on this one. This is a color swapper. So essentially what this does is you push the button, it swaps around the colours right there. And we'll push this one. And you can compare two different colours with blocks. So if you're building out of very dark materials, obviously we're using coal as a kind of rough texture as well. You can compare to very rough textures like coal, very smooth textures like quartz, very light textures like quartz, and also kind of I'd call this one like a kind of boxed off texture, like the ones that that have like kind of edges and stuff, and are smooth but like stony like, because a lot of materials that you use are like stone. So I thought this was kind of like a perfect one to use as well. So you can kind of compare the two separate colors with different textures. So we can compare these ones if we want to as well. Just like that. So we can see, oh, grey and orange, that looks pretty cool. Probably would look better on black. So we'll hit it again. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I'll use that in a build. And then we can use black and yellow if we wanted to. Let's compare what they look like. That's pretty cool. And all that stuff. So yeah. That is exactly how that works. And we'll obviously have some glowstone because we need lighting for the actual blocks to look good. So yeah. That is that right there. Now we're gonna miss this one out because this is my favourite one. I think everyone's favourite is this one, honestly. We're gonna go here to the furnace setup. This is the one that I also made a tutorial on. And yeah, we're gonna just do a quick example. I need to get some cobblestone. I guess I had some in here last time. I'll need exactly 25 because this is just how I like to just to show a very brief example of how it works. I don't know whether we'll have any wood around. Let me check in these chests. Okay, we'll just put coal in. We'll just put coal in. I'll have plenty coal. May as well. Okay, right. Instead of doing what I was just doing there, I guess we'll do the full test then. So we'll need a load. So we need 200 cobblestone. We'll do that. We'll do 200 cobblestone, so then we can have the full test to see if it actually works. I haven't actually fully tested it out yet. But it should work though. So let me just do some quick math. So 4 stacks is like 250 or something. So we shouldn't need that many. 36 times 2 is 72, so we'll need an extra 8. Oh, I had it perfect there. So this should be exactly 200. I'm going to double check though on my calculator, just in case. Obviously we don't have to worry about this in the actual thing, but like, you know. So 64, add 64, add 64, add 8. Yeah, I was right. Okay, good. I'm good at math. Right, okay. So, we're going to put 25 coal in the fuel input right here. So, let's get all the coal that we need right now. There we go, 25 coal. It'll put it into a, where is it? I think it's supposed to be right here, but it's not popping up. It'll put it all into a minecart chest, and same with the item input, we'll put these stacks right here into that. Now, whilst that's all going through, we'll go through the next one, and I'll come back to that. We just have a simple anvil and grindstone set up here. For this one, it's very, very simple. You can enchant stuff. We'll put things on the books and all that stuff, and disenchant stuff. So it's very, very simple. We don't have anything to actually put here yet, but if you guys have something in the comments, I could probably have a storage for the grindstone, any items or something that relates to it, then please do tell us. Same here as well. Well, not really, because the loom you can put banners and stuff in there, but the grindstone we don't really know. Probably like we could have a storage of like cobble or something. I don't know. But then we have the cauldron room over here. The cauldron room, I mean, you use the cauldrons mainly to, we haven't actually filled them yet, which is something when you do. The cauldrons you use to dye your armor, and also it's a storage of potions as well on Bedrock Edition. You can store your potions up in here, if they all have like a similar usage. So if you don't want to just carry around like a stack full of, like, or like a shulker box full of potions, you can just carry the, not carry, but like store the cauldrons instead, which is obviously pretty good. And then we have the last room over here, which is just a blast furnace and smoker room. We'll only go over the big one over here, which is the potion brewer. And by the way, there's a slime right here. I guess I'm gonna yoink. Yeah, slimes do spawn down here pretty good. So that's pretty good for getting some slime balls and stuff. You can see we're getting a few right here. So there we go. Has it all went through yet? Let's have a look. I'm gonna eat some bread. It's all went through. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the fuel output on. Should activate the minecart. I think I forgot to place the minecart actually. There. And on here, I forgot to replace it because we had some maintenance that we had to do to this, and I had to break them. So it should be put the blocks on through to them. We can actually clip it through here to see if they're actually going through. So that's going to be going through right there. I should be able to go right here and clip through here. Maybe not, but we can also check. So that right there. Boom. Okay. So now this one's going to be filling it up. We're going to actually do this one right now. You'll see that it goes along, and it'll put 1 coal in every single. You can see right here, it puts 1 coal in every furnace. Hopefully it does that because oh, it's actually smelting an item right now. Very odd. There might have been something actually already in here, maybe. 3 seconds, and right there. So this should put 8 in each furnace, but it might not be 100% accurate. So you can see right there, it's doing it right now. And there's a second one just went through there. There should be 3 in every single one now. Obviously there's 2 in some because it's obviously just smelted an item. And then there's 4, 4, 4, 4. Now there's the 5th. Should keep on going until all of them are kind of gone into these. And you can see we are going to be getting a constant output right here. So you can see we're getting a constant output, 1 block every 0.4 seconds. and it's going to stay like that. And you can see we're not really getting much of a black flow, whatever it's called. Not much clogging going on here. It's just constant output, and yeah, it's just after the first 10 seconds of the first items being smelted, and you'll just get a constant flow like this. No matter how many blocks you put in these, if you put the full 25 stacks, then that is good. Obviously, if you are using coal or something like that, you'll have to obviously do some little bit math so that you're not wasting any fuel. So obviously have 200 items if you're gonna have, you know, 1 coal for each furnace. And you can see it goes down along the line. That one will still be on because it was actually on to start with. But it should be nearly done though, because I believe it was nearly done to start with. Yeah, it's nearly turned off. But that's just because I think like maybe like a bit of wood or something fell into it. And you can see we have all of our stone here as well back. I believe I took 2 out because either this, no, I think actually one of the stacks of stone might have had 2 already went in it. So I was gonna put all the stone in there. But yeah, that's how that works right there. It's pretty cool. And yeah, to turn it off, we're just going to flick that, and whilst the minecart goes over there and then back in, it should stop back here and ready for the next kind of amount of items. So it is pretty fast. It's obviously not the fastest because we don't want it to be the fastest, but just want it to smelt a good amount of items pretty quickly and not really waste fuel, because that is a big problem that a lot of furnaces have. They put like 70 coal in to smelt like 70 items, and you just kind of waste like 90% of the actual coal, which isn't ideal for us. But anyway, let's get into this. So we have stored up some water bottles up in here. I believe these are water bottles in here as well. Yep, they are. We have some blaze powder. I believe they're all in the hoppers right now. Do we have more rabbit's foot? Yes, good. Right, okay. So, I'm showing you my brewer now. So, here it is. So the brewer. What this is we have some science down here. So have the ogre potion. This is for every single potion apart from weakness. So whatever potion you want to make, this machine will actually make it, and it'll also apply the effects along to the right as well. So if you want a fire resistant potion, it says right there time upgrade. But that essentially means is it's the redstone, so it's in red because if you want a time upgrade, you put the red one on it, and it only accepts a time upgrade. It doesn't accept a power upgrade, which is the yellow one, which is glowstone. It doesn't accept power upgrades for fire resistance, so you can't get fire resistance 2 because there will be no need for that. Fire resistance 2. You can't be immune to fire even more than just being immune to it. So then we'll have swiftness over here, which you can see there's actually 3. It accepts a time upgrade, so redstone, a power upgrade, so you can make it swiftness 2, so you're even faster, and it also inverts. Now what inverting does is it's over here, the fermented spider eye. You can see it's actually the fermented spider eye, which we mentioned over here we mentioned that all but weakness, the ogre potion, you would flick this nether wart down for all of the potions apart from this one, because the fermented spider eye actually makes a weakness potion if you don't have a nether wart activated first. So if you only have this, it'll make a weakness potion. But also the fermented spider eye is useful at transforming the swiftness potion and other potions into invert potions. So swiftness would become invert to slowness, as you can see right there. So if you activate obviously the nether wart, the swiftness potion, because obviously every single one you need the nether wart activated, apart from if you want to make a weakness potion, then you will not have the nether wart activated and just have this one activated. But we're going to activate this one this time because we want to invert the swiftness into slowness. And you can see all the different ones down here. So slowness down here, you can see it accepts a time upgrade and a power upgrade. So if we want to make slowness, we can either choose this one or this one. It has to be or, because you can't have both of them it just doesn't work. You can only have either or. Even if the potion accepts both of them, you can only choose one. So I'm just going to do a time upgrade, because I don't think slowness 2 ain't that good. And you can make it you can see it down here. Time upgrade can't be used with power upgrade, and power upgrade can't be used with time upgrade. And you can see splash potion applies to all, and lingering potion applies to all after gunpowder. So after you actually make it a splash potion, then you can make it a lingering potion if you want. We're not going to do that because we have a tiny bit of dragon's breath, but I don't want to waste it though. So yeah, we've got all these right now. So this should give us right now a slowness potion, because we've got the nether wart to make the swiftness potion, to then invert it to a slowness potion, and we've increased the time, and it should give us the splash effect. So a splash, increased time, slowness potion. So let's push this button over here, and let me just check that's empty right now. Yep, it is. So we're going to push the button. It should activate just them ones right there. And let's just start with the nether wart right now. So there's the nether wart. So it's going to put the nether wart through here, and it'll make the awkward potion as stated right here. To start with, I'll make a weakness potion as well, because that's the only one that doesn't actually use the nether wart. I believe we do have a lot of them at spider eyes. I made like a load of them, I think. Yeah. Good. I think the only ones that I'm missing loads of is literally just the rabbit's foot and the dragon's breath at this point. I think I had a load of, yeah, I had a load of them stored as well. So that's good. There we go. The sugar just went through right there, so we now have a potion of swiftness. Now the invert, the fermented spider eye, is going through, so it's going to invert it to slowness now. So after this is done, we'll get a slowness potion. So it goes from speed, swiftness, to slowness, as you can see right there. So it's now a negative potion, and then we are adding the redstone, which will increase the time. So we'll do the time upgrade right there, as we've done right there, and the gunpowder after this should make it a splash potion. So let's just check. So they're going from 1:30 to 4 minutes, just like that, and you can see minus 15% speed. So that's pretty cool. That's why it's called invert. I call it invert because it just kind of does the opposite effect. Same with night vision. You can invert to invisibility. So instead of you seeing clearer, people can see you less clearer. And there we go, splash potion of slowness for 3 minutes. And you can also see it also applied the the time upgrade as well. So that is pretty good. So I'm going to just empty these, and it should put new war bottles through already. For the next potion, we can hit the button again if we want the exact same combination of potions, because the levers are already flicked, and it'll just output another one through. I did make a tutorial on all this, by the way. This is my favourite one. It's just so cool, the way that works. Actually, I don't think I made a tutorial on this, so if you guys want a tutorial, tell us. I think I showcased it off in my world that I made it. But yeah, that is that right there. Now we're going to go and do the weakness potion. This is the one that would turn off the nether wart. And we'll only have this one active. So this will give us a weakness potion. But you can see right here, time upgrade. It accepts a time upgrade, the weakness potion. You also see here, invert options, 3 potions below. So obviously, the fermented spider eye does do the 3 invert things for the potions that we already have, if you add it to them, but it also does the time upgrade for the weakness potion as well. It can also make a weakness potion if you don't have that. So we can actually add a time upgrade if we wanted to. No power upgrade though, it doesn't accept a power upgrade. So we can't do weakness 2. I don't think I've ever seen that before actually. So we can't do weakness 2, sadly. But we can do a time upgrade, so we can actually make it so the person has a weakness for longer. And we can make a splash potion or a lingering potion. I'm just going to not do that, just to show you that it works with a very little amount as well. So this one should take a little bit longer to actually come through, because it's not this one right here. This one isn't going first. So it should be through. Yeah, there we go now. Obviously this one's really close to the brewer, so this one most of the time will be going first. so it should start immediately. But for this one, because this one isn't activated, because we're doing that over there, it takes a little longer to go through. So here we go, we're making a weakness potion, and we are increasing the amount of time for it. And all of a sudden we have a weakness 130 potion, and yeah, it is pretty cool, this. I don't believe you can actually make a weakness 2 potion. I really don't think you can. I checked all this out on the images. Is there something moving around? Can you hear something moving around? I think it might be a zombie or something in a cave or something. But here we go, we now have a 4-minute long potion of weakness. So that is pretty cool. We have all of these. I'm just gonna probably put them somewhere. What are these again? These swiftness potions. Oh no, slowness potions. Oh. Guess I can put them somewhere. Any space? So I'm gonna probably use this by mistake, probably. Yeah, these are only temporal chests, so we're probably not really gonna use these at all. No, I want the slime balls on us. Okay. Okie doke, I'm just gonna get some cobble instead. Okay, so that is the entire branch right there, guys. There's quite a lot to showcase, but if there is anything else that comes out in the game, so obviously the what's it called, the smithing table that'll be used to make the netherite tools, I'll make a room specifically for that, so I'll push this back a little bit and we'll make another couple of rooms. But for now, these are all the rooms that we actually need. And it is a pretty useful area over here. So you can see we have this pathway now done fully, all the way down to there, and we have this pathway now done. So the storage area, well, this is called the aid area, so it's all the different type of aid, like kind of mechanics and stuff that you need to have. Oh, there's a fox down there. Hello. So it's all the different type of aid stuff. So it's the storage, the public services, and the farms, and we have all that. And now we are working on the shop. So yeah, there will be a shop down here and a shop in the shopping district. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys some things that were made recently, because that's something that I do need to do sometimes, is showcase other things that have been happening around the world. So yeah, I'll take some time to show you. So yeah, you can see right here that there's actually a big chunk right here just added into the ground, and you can see how big that actual area is. If you can remember the other videos, this all used to be water. I don't really know if I like the change, honestly, having all this grass, but I mean, it does add a lot of area, I guess. But Josh has clearly built up a big area here for something. I don't really know what. So we're going to go up a little bit and around. So you can see, this is the creeper farm that Sean's been making. It looks pretty cool. It's obviously spawning a lot of zombies and stuff right now, but it should be spawning creepers soon once he's fixed it. And it should be working. So this is obviously for a fireworks shop that he will be making, because fireworks are going to be a big part of elytras. Right now we kind of just have to use the water to like kind of launch us up, and then use our elytra, only for a short amount of time. But hopefully with fireworks it should be a little bit better. So there'll be gunpowder provided from that, and there'll also be our 𝗬𝗁𝗃 sugarcane farm, which will be very easy to do just by changing my XP farm idea around, and it should be good for a sugarcane farm. So that'll be for that. I believe that's almost everything that's actually really changed around the area. And you can see down there as well, he's dug all the way down to bedrock. I've got no clue why, but he has done that. So hopefully, with the help of everyone on here, we should get the shop area dug out soon, and that'll be the next video. Either that or it'll be the nether hub, because that's still one of the videos that I'm gonna do, is the nether hub, and showcase all the different pathways and what they lead to and all that. Also, is that what is that? Oh, it's just a drowned mob. But yeah, big area to dig out, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.